Hey star lovers, this is the solar eclipse 21 degrees Libra, Hubble bubble, toil and trouble. And this is closing an eclipse portal down, and we have this really potent square to Pluto, who's now gone direct in late degrees Capricorn. So we have the cardinal signs of Capricorn and Libra and Aries being activated. Chiron, the wounded healer, is in 17 degrees Aries position with the North Node 24 degrees Aries. The moon is also in conjunct Uranus, and wow, Hubble bubble, toil and trouble. The solar eclipse, which a solar eclipse always happens on a dark moon. And as I said, this is Libran. So we have the planetary ruler of Libra, Venus, as the morning star descending. And she is in Virgo, early degrees, mutable earth with black moon Lilith. There is so much complexities and overlays to this eclipse, but primarily eclipses are about closing down old chapters for new beginnings. So allowing yourself to connect into the heart of love, connecting into the timekeepers that hold the scales of justice and law and order. This is karmic law and order. So, allowing yourself to feel deeply embodied and accessing it through your breath, to allow yourself to feel if you are in balance in your life. Libra governs relationships, interpersonal dynamics, the code of justice, what is fair, what is unjust. Because Libra is a beautiful, harmonious sign that expresses through Venus, we have the beauty and the grace and the love and the harmony, but also where you may have given your power away. So think back 6 months ago and feel into, if you can recall, what were the themes that were playing out in your life back then. This is the closing down of a karmic chapter. This is using your intention and the focus of the Venusian morning star to allow the prayers of grace to come through, to pray for harmony and balance, to pray for this within your own life and to also send this out into the collective. So prayers for all, to restore balance and harmony, and to focus on the Lady of Light, the heart that expands through the apophyllite, through the crystal realms of turquoise and malachite, apophyllite, to allow the aquamarine, which is beautifully connected in with the Libran energies, to call in this inner sense of peace within. Also breathing into the inner resilience and resourcefulness of where there may have been betrayals. With the node squaring Pluto, there is incredible tensions here with the North Node in Aries and Chiron around the aggressiveness and the explosive nature of Pluto. Many things are now being exposed and revealed with the current astrological energies with this eclipse. Pluto is now moving direct, which means that there's a lot of toxic power, engagements, manipulation, exposure It is all coming up to be exposed, to be revealed, to be seen. Eyes wide open. There is so much of the manipulative magic that has been stirred into a very big manipulative cauldron in the sense of the collective. And what is transpiring is that many people have revealed to me what's happening in their personal lives, whether it's relationship breakdowns, which has been a prominent theme with the nodes now activating Aries and Libra. Of course, this is very personal to your own natal chart as well. So have a look at what houses are governed, what house sectors are governed by the Aries, Libra signs. We have Chiron, the wounded healer. So this is all around self as an individuation of where you may have given your power away. I spoke about Medea, the wise holy witch and sorceress who in mythology holds the energies of casting spells and incantations and knowing the plant medicine, the plants to work with at seasonal cycles and the waxing and the waning of the moon cycles. She's deeply connected to the moon, to the lunar cycles and to the earth. And so with the gifting of Medea in Libra, she's calling us back to this place of deep inner balance, of the heart being as light as a feather, to step into that place of knowing thyself. So working through the North Node in Aries, working through where there's reactivity, where there's a place that needs a focus on accountability or self-responsibility, agency of self is strongly activated with the Chiron and Aries signature. Learning how to navigate interpersonal relationships and very difficult conversations that may be needed. Many individuals have experienced financial loss with the last eclipse season, with the lunar eclipse in Taurus wrapping up at the end of October. So we're in a strong eclipse portal. Many themes are coming up of exposure that are revealing. Finding the missing pieces to the puzzle are finally revealing with Pluto now going direct. Mars in Scorpio is adding to this dynamic of intense mastery of energies. So learning how to master those energies and with laser sharp perception, focusing your will, focusing on what your intentions are for the prayers, for yourself, for the collective, to bring harmony and peace to our world. So that we move beyond the fear, we move beyond the dogma of control and greed and manipulation. So Hubble, Bubble, Toil and Trouble is what I've named this eclipse. But if we access deep into the heart of humanity and make a cry from the heart and sending prayers out into the collective for all beautiful human beings at this time to find peace, to move beyond any spiritual bypassing that has been prominent within the spiritual entertainment industry, within the coaching industry, even within astrology, and using this time to really self-evaluate and see where we've played a part in it, for we are all part of it. We are all part of the same bird. And so using this intentional energy to close down those timelines or those chapters that have now reached their completion, to access across time, space, and dimensions, and to really balance the scales of karmic law. This is the beautiful gifting within the eclipse energies. I just need to be very clear. I'm speaking into more personal energies around close to your heart. I'm aware that there is much happening out in the world that is causing immense sadness and grief, where we are seeing the collective powers really manipulate and cause a lot of destruction and death, and that is not acceptable. And so with this, depending on where you choose to focus your own energies, I'm just speaking into how these words and these energies meet you in your own way, in your own heart, and then using this to bring through purposeful existence and intention. This is part of the North Node in Aries being activated, and also coming back to the ruling planet of Aries. Mars is swiftly moving through Scorpio. This is where we access mastery. So pulling on your resources to laser sharp, intentional focus with mastery of self and mastery of how you choose to show up in the world. So thank you for tuning in today. And I do have one-on-one sessions available. And I'm also offering the Holy Witches, where we look at Black Moon Lilith and Medea in your own chart, working with the witchy magic and the intentions and incantations through my soul doula sessions. I've also come back in to teach moon tracking, which is starting in November. And it's a special offering that teaches you about all of the moon phases for both the northern and the southern hemisphere. We dive into the eclipse energies. I do this over 4 weeks. So we gather once a week for a live recorded call. It's based on sky astrology. So you learn how to track the lunar cycles with the sky, where she is, la bella luna, day or night. You learn to track and recognize the phases for yourself. I'm an avid moon tracker, and I've been doing this for over 20 years now. So it's learning how to recognize her in the sky. You'll be able to also experience dream interpretation for yourself based on transpersonal psychotherapy. We'll be working with ancient dream temples, ancient dream medicine and herbs, looking at the moon in your own chart. You receive a special bonus one-on-one lunar astrology session with me. There's so much more magic. It's going to be up on my website very soon, but if you're interested, please send me a message, Star Witch Astrology. And Hubble, Bubble, Toil and Trouble, that's 3 times I've said it. 3 is the magic number. Signing off now with much love for the eclipse blessings. Whatever you choose to do is taking agency of self. I personally work with rituals on an eclipse portal. I love accessing different times and places. So to me, I'm like, the magic is held in the eclipse portal, but that's entirely your own choosing. Okay, much love, everybody.